What's up, YouTube? We're going to be talking about some of the things I've done to the axial recently. My Scrambler tires came from eBay today. You can buy them from Horizon Hobby on there. Go ahead and check them out. You get two 2-packs for 18 bucks is what I paid for them. To give you an idea of the size compared to the stock wheels and tires, this is your stock wheel and tire that comes with the vehicle. So you can see that it's quite a difference in size. They're a lot bigger. And I'll show you what I did to give me a lift. I found some nuts and bolts. I was able to drill holes in the frame and to relocate the mounting position down to the frame, and just moving it down by 1/4 of an inch allows you to get this big massive tire underneath. And then I also had to cut the body along the fenders on both sides of the truck because I have the 4-wheel steer as well. So when your wheels turn, you can see that the tire gets close, but it doesn't rub as much as it normally would. I still have some modifications to do, a little bit of adjusting. Couple things that I want to talk about that I ran into when I was trying to do the induction for the lights. I don't have it perfect yet. But what we did is we soldered these wires for the lights together. We ran them all together, and then we ran it off of one plug into the LED port, and I put the positive wire on this side and the ground on this side. And then we did the same for the lights that you run in the body. It's not that pretty. I used some neodymium magnets up here as well, and we soldered the wires to the magnets. Now I used a little bit of 180 grit sandpaper to clean the surface area on the magnets for the best connection possible. I think I have to sand down the solder a little bit more, not on this side but on the body side, and I think that'll give me a better connection for the wires, because while it's driving around it tends to want to flash the lights. So I have a little bit more sanding to do. It's not perfect. Also, I want to mention, do not use super glue. I thought it was a good idea to use super glue, and this is what happens when you decide to use super glue on the inside of the Lexan body. The super glue has a bad chemical reaction with the paint and actually eats the paint, which I didn't think about. So it's my fault, and I just wanted to give you guys a heads up so you don't make the same mistake. But I like the fact that I don't have to use the body pins anymore, because they are frustrating, because they're very small, especially for the people that have bigger hands. Also with the servo, the Emax servo, that cord being really long, we actually shorten it up. You can see right here, I'll have the heat shrink off of it still at the moment, because I ran into an issue. We shortened it up, we resoldered the connections, put it back in the plug, and I believe that one of them was touching, and it shorted out the controller. I saw it glow on the inside right here. It got really hot and I turned it off quick. Another mishap on my part. So if you're going to shorten this wire up for the servo, just be really careful and make sure that your other connections aren't touching each other within this plug. What we actually did is we got some Loctite glue and we put it around the very end of where we soldered on individual pieces of the terminals, and we let it dry overnight, and that seems to keep everything from touching and shorting out. I'm still using this stock one for the moment, but we're going to be buying a speed controller and a motor eventually. So that's where I'm at with this right now. It looks pretty cool. 4-wheel steer, C10 monster truck. I'm in love with it. So I still have a couple more things to do, but I'll keep you guys updated. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more on my build.